What's up, family? Trail here, and today we want to talk about the latest information regarding California relief aid that is actively coming. Millions of Americans in California are waiting for their latest round of stimulus checks, stimulus payments, and stimulus relief aid from the local government. However, some individuals have already received it. From $200 up to $1,050 have been distributed to local residents in the Golden State. In addition, we have new information from the IRS, where they have made a few changes to rules that will start in the new year that will bring you more money to Americans. But there is a deadline in which you need to act fast. And last but not least, hey, the midterm elections is still going on, or at least the count of votes in various states is still happening and probably won't be finished until the end of this weekend. How will this affect you? Well, we have new details around this subject. But before we get started, hey, you already know what to do. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Well, that tropical storm on the east coast of Florida, well, it is now turned into a hurricane. Yes, Hurricane Nicole is bringing some strong winds and coastal flooding to the state of Florida. This is pretty much like 1.5 months from the previous storm. Ian actually terrorized the west coast of Florida, and now we have another hurricane hitting the east side. Well, guys, that is exactly what is going on in Florida. And it says that Hurricane Nicole is bringing some strong winds, heavy rains, and coastal flooding to the eastern Florida as it moved away from the Bahamas and headed towards the United States late on Tuesday. Now, this particular storm is bringing damaging storm surges, flooding along the east coast of Florida, north to Georgia and South Carolina, along with heavy rain and damaging winds. And the center of the storm was about 50 miles northeast of West Palm Beach, Florida, as of 11 p.m. on Wednesday night Eastern Standard Time. It was moving west-northwest at about 13 miles per hour with the maximum sustained winds of around 75 miles per hour. So I believe this particular hurricane is sitting at a Category 1 as of now. However, it could pretty much pick up, although that is probably unlikely because it is pretty much having landfall on the state of Florida. So if you live in Florida, guys, hey, I know you have been terrorized with the previous storm, and here it is again, less than 2 months away, and you are now suffering with the same remnants of another storm happening. Guys, keep your heads up, be prayerful, be mindful, as well as be careful out there, guys. Be very careful because you don't know necessarily how this storm is going to affect you this time around. But anyways, guys, we will continue to keep you in our prayers during the meantime, and hopefully this doesn't turn into a deadly hurricane for Florida. Moving on, guys. Hey, we do know that the midterm elections was earlier this week, in which the Republicans and the GOP were pretty much saying that they were going to have a huge red wave. However, we did hear from Lindsey Graham, and he said that, look,
definitely not a Republican wave, that's for darn sure.
Yes, guys, Lindsey Graham acknowledged on Tuesday night that his party's midterm results were thus far underwhelming, telling NBC definitely not a Republican wave. That's for darn sure. With the tailwinds that included an unpopular Democratic president, persistent inflation, as well as historical trends that favor the party out of power, some Republicans had high expectations for winning dozens of seats in the House and comfortably winning the Senate. However, the results were still rolling in at the time of Graham made these particular statements, as well as at the time of filming this video. And guys, yes, it is definitely not a red wave. However, it does look like the Republicans are pretty much going to take the House, in which they are sitting at around 5 above the Democrats. So that is definitely some positive news for the Republican side. And it does not look like the Republicans are going to take over the Senate. However, it is pretty much sitting at around 48 to 49 at the last time I checked. But guys, we don't know how this is going to turn out, but we do know is that some states are pretty much saying that they're not going to finish counting their votes officially until the end of this weekend. And yes, guys, that is exactly what we've seen during the 2020 presidential election, and here it is again. We are dealing with the same thing. Now, there are some other reports that are talking about those individuals that were pretty much sponsored by the former President Donald Trump, and those particular individuals pretty much did very poorly in the elections. So again, guys, that is just the latest, but we won't have any final answers until hopefully sometime today or even Friday, but definitely we should hear more information by Saturday of this weekend, guys. So I will keep you guys posted as usual. Moving on, guys. Hey, in regards to the midterm elections, Georgia is pretty much known for this, and they are at it again, in which the crucial Georgia Senate race, they are headed towards another runoff. And yes, this particular runoff is between Warnock and Herschel Walker, in which the runoff is going to take place on December the 6th. It is pretty much less than 1% difference between the two. And yes, guys, they are unable to determine who is going to be a winner. So they need to have a runoff again coming next month, guys. I will keep you guys posted on that as usual. But moving on to some stimulus update news, guys, or a form of some stimulus update news, because we do have information from the IRS in which they are saying that they have changed some of the rules moving into the new year of 2023. And they are saying that millions of Americans could receive money from the IRS. However, you need to act fast, because the IRS is saying that you have a deadline in which, if you want to receive this money from the IRS, yes, guys, that deadline is going to be November the 17th. Again, this particular article says that millions of Americans could receive money from the IRS, but you need to act fast before the deadline approaches. And it says that if you recently received a letter from the IRS, don't ignore it. You could be entitled to some extra money, some extra stimulus money, that is. The tax agency, the IRS, announced back in mid-October that it would begin sending out letters to more than 9 million people who may qualify for thousands of dollars worth of stimulus payments as well as tax credits. Now, the people who may have received these particular letters were identified by the Treasury's Office of Tax Analysis. Typically, these individuals aren't required to file their taxes since they have very low incomes. And the IRS announced that certain Americans can still claim money for the 2021 Recovery Rebate Credit, the Child Tax Credit as well, and the Earned Income Tax Credit. Yes, guys, this is true. This is coming directly from the IRS, and you can check it out on the irs.gov's website if you don't believe me. However, it does say that taxpayers have until November the 17th to take advantage of the free file to claim their benefits. Again, that is in regards to the Recovery Rebate Credit, the Child Tax Credit, and the Earned Income Tax Credit, or better known as the EITC. Now, again, the no-charge software from the IRS is available on the IRS's website until the middle of November, which means that you have a few more days sometime next week for you to get this particular free software that you can download. However, the problem is going to be that not everyone has a computer in their home, let alone have internet as well. So you might want to go ahead and check out your local library, because you do have free access to get on their computers as well as to be able to print documents if you need to. But you can definitely go on the IRS's website to figure out this particular software, or you may know someone or your friend or your family member that does have a computer that you need to use temporarily. But again, guys, that deadline is going to be November the 17th. And also, the tax agency, the IRS, said that the people who believe that they are eligible for these benefits but haven't filed the 2021 tax return could do so on the Child Tax Credit website. So again, those are just two different references for you to check out: the irs.gov's website as well as the Child Tax Credit website. Both of those are going to give you an opportunity to get more information on how you can let the IRS know that you want to be compensated for the Child Tax Credits or the Earned Income Tax Credits or the Recovery Rebate Credit. Again, this is going to provide thousands of dollars to millions of American people. So again, guys, hey, I will include a link to this article down below so that you can read all of it for yourself and find out more information. Moving on, guys, hey, we do have some information in regards to another important date. In regards to, we are going to find out whether or not the former president Donald Trump is going to run in the 2024 presidential election. Yes, he made this statement a couple of days ago that he should let the American people know whether or not he is going to run for the next presidential election. But again, guys, I have said it before on this channel that I stand by it, and I still stand by it. I do not believe that Trump is going to run in the next presidential election. Hold me to it, guys. Sue me, but I do stand by my answer, guys. What do you think? Do you think that he is going to announce that he is going to run for the next presidential election? Let me know down below in the comment section, guys, whether or not you believe that he is actually going to go through it once again, or if you stand by what I believe, that he has enough legal issues to deal with right now. He doesn't have enough time to run for another presidential election, as well as he doesn't want that to be badly on his record, if you know what I mean. But anyways, guys, hey, that announcement is going to be coming out hopefully on November the 14th. So you do want to be mindful of those important dates, guys, for the former President Donald Trump to make the announcement by November the 14th, as well as the IRS deadline to receive millions and thousands of dollars is going to be on November the 17th. So you want to be mindful of those and put it on your calendar for those important dates that are coming or around the corner. Anyways, guys, in regards to some stimulus update news, guys, in the state of Florida, we do know that around 3.5 million student loan borrowers in California will get a new $1.3 billion in relief aid because the state won't tax President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, which is going to wipe away between $10,000 and up to $20,000. This new information is coming directly from the governor of California, Governor Gavin Newsom, in which he said that I know that other states are planning on taxing those individual student loan borrowers who are able to participate and eligible to receive that student loan forgiveness plan between $10,000 and $20,000. However, the state of California has made a strategic decision as of today to not tax those individuals on the student loan debt forgiveness. So this is huge, guys, and this is going to be worth around $1.3 billion in regards to the 3.5 million student loan borrowers that could be eligible to have $10,000 to $20,000 wiped away from their student loan debt. This is huge, guys. Will we see other states follow along in what California is doing? Although we do know that California has pretty much stated that they have had a huge budget surplus in the past, in which they have a lot of money to give out right now, especially stimulus relief aid to the American people in the respective state. But again, will we see other states follow along this particular direction in which we are seeing California do right here, guys? And we do know that we have seen previously where other states have said that they are going to tax their student loan borrowers if they are eligible to receive the student loan debt forgiveness in their respective states. But again, guys, kudos to California, because this is going to be some huge news, and millions of student loan borrowers are going to be on the brunt end of receiving this huge benefit in the state of California. And also, guys, in regards to California, hey, California individuals and residents are still waiting to receive their fourth stimulus check, their stimulus payments, guys, because we do know that recently California has approved of additional stimulus relief aid for the residents in the respective states. And those stimulus checks or stimulus payments are worth anywhere between $200 and $1,050. And we just received word that this particular latest round of stimulus relief aid is going to be put out on debit cards, in which some individuals in California have already received their debit cards already. However, millions of Americans are still trying to figure out why they have yet to receive their debit cards in the mail. And yes, guys, we do have updated information in regards to this information, and that they are saying that more debit cards are still going out this week, guys. Yes, we are talking about the current week, in which we know that millions of Americans are still waiting for these debit cards to go out, as well as we do know that other Americans have already received these debit cards sometime last week. These debit cards have been going out for around 2 to 3 weeks as of right now, and they are expected to continue to go out through the month of December. So again, guys, like I said, these stimulus debit cards in California, $1,050 debit cards are still going out this week, as well as they're going to continue to go out next week as well. And they are also saying that these particular debit cards are going out depending on your last name. Yes, it says right here that if your last name begins with F to M, a California stimulus payment debit card could be in your mailbox very soon. So obviously they're saying that A through F has already gone out right now, or if not going out right now, but F through M is going out very soon. And then we will continue to see furthermore depending on which one your last name starts with, guys. So again, that is the latest information on these particular stimulus checks, these stimulus payments for the state of California, in which they could be worth up to $1,050. So that is some awesome news, guys. Hopefully we will continue to see other states as well offer some stimulus checks, as well as some stimulus debit cards as well, guys. Those are definitely a great way to give to the residents in the respective states. But anyways, outside of all of that, guys, hey, that is all we have for you today, and I hope all this information was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the links down below, because they offer some great ways for you to earn some free money, some free cash, as well as an opportunity for you to receive 12 free stocks after depositing $1. And those stocks could be worth up to $3,000. If you are interested, those links will be down below. But anyways, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.